So, the Oscar season is all wrapped up and all the campaigns for the peeps who made the latest blockbusters are finishing up too. Superhero flicks have gotten their fair share of nods and even a few wins at the Oscars. Mostly for stuff like cool special effects and awesome costumes. But there are a bunch of superhero movies that fans think didn't get the recognition they deserved in the right categories. Even though these films and the people behind them have made a big impact on the genre, the superhero genre itself might have held them back from getting the recognition they deserve. Still, these movies are a great example of the talent and hard work that goes into making them. Alright guys, so even though we thought we were saying goodbye to Wolverine in the movie Logan, turns out he's coming back in Deadpool and Wolverine. But don't worry, Logan is still a super emotional farewell to our fave X-Man. Hugh Jackman has been killing it as Wolverine since way back in 2000, and he is Wolverine. In Logan, we see a darker, more intense side of Wolverine in a messed up future. Jackman really gave it his all in this movie, showing us a new side to the character. The film focuses on Logan's relationships with Charles Xavier and his daughter, adding some depth to his usually tough exterior. Jackman really brought out the complexity of Wolverine's character, balancing his anger with tenderness. He definitely deserved some recognition for his performance, at least a nod for Best Actor. Let's give it up for Hugh Jackman and his legendary run as Wolverine. Can you believe that even though The Dark Knight was nominated for Oscars left and right, it somehow didn't get a Best Picture nod? I mean, this movie completely changed the game for superhero flicks and Hollywood's take on the genre. Christopher Nolan definitely deserved a Best Director nomination for his work on this masterpiece. And let's not forget Heath Ledger's iconic performance as the Joker. That alone should have warranted some serious recognition. The Dark Knight's impact on the film industry is undeniable, and it definitely should have been the one to break the Oscars superhero curse. Let's talk about how awesome Robert Downey Jr. is. Sure, he's been in some amazing movies like Chaplin, but we all know him best as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. The whole Marvel Cinematic Universe basically wouldn't exist without him. And can we talk about how he totally deserved that Oscar for Oppenheimer in 2024? But seriously, he should have gotten some love for his role as Tony Stark too. RDJ just brings something special to the character that nobody else could. He's the heart and soul of Iron Man, no doubt about it. Guess what? Megamind finally has a sequel. But let's be real, nothing can top the original. This DreamWorks classic is a total blast from the past for some of us. But can you believe it never even got nominated for Best Animated Feature? Megamind is just so darn good with its clever jokes, fantastic voice acting, stunning animation, and an epic character transformation from good guy to bad guy. It's a must-see for anyone who loves superhero movies and deserves way more love than it gets. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this gem. So, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, it's like one of the best Marvel flicks in this new phase they got going on. But man, it had a tough task trying to deal with the loss of Chadwick Boseman. Shuri was all cool as the lead and all, but the real heart and soul of the movie was Queen Ramonda, played by Angela Bassett. I mean, Bassett totally killed it in every scene. She showed the pain and grief of losing her son, yet still holding it down for Wakanda. It's a tough balancing act, but she nailed it. She even got an Oscar nod for her performance, which, let's be real, she deserved to win. Still, she's a standout in the category. Bassett really brought her A-game for this one. This past year was tough for animated movies, and unfortunately Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Mutant Mayhem didn't get nominated for Best Animated Feature, even though it's been celebrated at other award shows. But let me tell you, visually, this movie is a beast. The animation style really captures the essence of the characters. Not only does Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem look amazing, but the voice acting and witty script are on point. This film really exceeded expectations in bringing a classic franchise to a new audience. It's fun, heartfelt, and definitely worth checking out if you missed it when it first came out. Spider-Man. Across the Spider-Verse was a total game changer that no one saw coming. It took a crazy idea and turned it into a must-watch movie. This first part had to leave us hanging on the edge of our seats, begging for more. The Spider-Verse franchise just keeps getting better, with top-notch acting and mind-blowing visuals. It's pushing the boundaries of animation and showing us what Sony Pictures Animation is capable of. It deserved an Oscar, but unfortunately it didn't win. But hey, there's always next time. The new Batman movie really revived the DC Comics movies and had the challenge of re-energizing a character that we've seen in a lot of different forms. This new take stayed true to the comics, but added a more grown-up spin with some cool superhero elements. One of the best things about the Batman is how amazing it looks. The colors, camera work, and cinematography really made Gotham City come alive in a way we haven't seen before in a Batman movie. The visuals are stunning, and it'll be cool to see how the next movie keeps up that same awesome style. Dredd is seriously one of the best action movies out there, but it didn't get the love it deserved at the box office or from the critics. It's a total hidden gem that should have been up for all kinds of awards. From the awesome special effects to the amazing sound and costumes, every part of Dredd is top-notch. The story is dark and intense, with a badass judge kicking butt in a messed-up future world. It's a super cool adaptation of the comics, with tons of powerful themes. Unfortunately, Dredd didn't get the attention it should have at awards season, but the fans still love it. Let me tell you something. Without Sam Raimi, superhero movies would be totally different today. This dude was the one who really brought Spider-Man to life on the big screen in a way that hadn't been done before. Spider-Man was a massive success because it broke through the typical superhero movie mold. Now, some people might say that Spider-Man 2 was where Raimi really hit his stride, but let's not forget the hard work it takes to launch a whole new franchise. Raimi was a trailblazer, and even years later, the impact of Spider-Man is still being felt. Even though he never got a Best Director nod back in the day, maybe one day Raimi will get the recognition he deserves with a Lifetime Achievement Award.